Yadavaya Namaha Srimad Sudhana Pangum Langate Girim Sri Gurum Thina Tharinam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat.
Yeah, I have done it, Guru Maharaj. I have just editing. I have to go. Yeah, this one.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome back to the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled, today we'll be continuing part 2 of the chapter entitled Gopāla Cakravartī offends Haridāsa Ṭhākura and is attacked by leprosy. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Adi Khanda 16.293.
যুগ শেষে শূদ্র বেদ করিবে বাখানে এখনোই তাহা দেখি শেষে আর কেনে
Chaitanya Bhagavat. It is stated the Shudras will explain the Vedas at the end of Kali Yuga. But why only at the end of the age? We can see it happening even now. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. The phrase Yuga Sheshe refers to the last part of Kali Yuga. A Mahayuga consists of 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. The duration of these 4 yugas diminishes respectively from 4/10 to 3/10 to 2/10 and to 1/10 of a Mahayuga. The duration of Kali Yuga is 432,000 Earth years. A Manvantara consists of 71 Mahayugas. A Kalpa or a day of Brahma consists of 14 Manvantara, or the duration of 15 Satya Yugas subtracted from 1000 Mahayugas. This Kali Yuga comes in the 28th Mahayuga or cycle of 4 yugas. In the reign of Vaivashvata, the 7th Manu of the Shvetavaraha Kalpa. We have only passed a few years since the beginning of Kali Yuga. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 12.1.36 to 41, 12.2.1 to 16, 12.3.31 to 46 that at the end of Kali Yuga, the Varnashrama principles will be completely absent. We are already experiencing the future behavior of Kali Yuga in the beginning of the age. According to the Varnashrama system, only the 3 Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya are eligible to study the Vedas. And of them, only the Brahmanas are qualified to teach the Vedas. These 3 twice-born castes generally accept the 10 samskaras or purificatory rites. But the sinful Sudras are not at all qualified to undergo the samskaras of the twice-born. The Shudras can never have any qualification for either studying or teaching the Vedas. But due to the influence of Kali, deviations and distortions in Varnashrama principles are seen. Although there are deviations in Varnashrama principles, twice-born persons still desire to increase their prestige simply by external symptoms. In the consideration of Varna, there are three types of birth: Shaukra by semen, Savitra by initiation, and Daiksha or becoming a perfect Brahmana. Those who want to become twice born through seminal birth must accept the Savitra Samskara or sacred thread ceremony. Then, by taking Vishnu Diksha, after becoming a twice born, one achieves the third or Daiksha birth. A Shudra, however, has not second or third birth. Due to widespread discrepancies in the practice of Garbhadhana Samskara, it is more reasonable and faultless to ascertain one as a twice born by his symptoms, nature, and Agama Diksha or Vedic initiation rather than by seminal consideration. That is why the Vaishnava consideration does not approve of seminal consideration. The persons engaged in fruitive activities do not highly regard Vaishnava considerations. The Vaishnava consideration based on the Shastras are the most respectable methods for ascertaining Daiva Varnashrama principle. Since ignorant persons expert in material knowledge follow non-scriptural methods for ascertaining Varna, the original everlasting method has recently become endangered. That is why sinful persons who are engaged in fruitive activities and envious of the Vaishnavas become bewildered by illusion by considering who is a Brahmana and who is Shudra. In this case also the atheistic meat-eating non-devotee seminal so-called Brahmana has presented external mundane gross bodily considerations of Vaishnavas. The fallen Brahmana mistakenly and sinfully considered that since Thakur Haridas was not born in a Brahmana family, he was completely incapable of acting as a religious instructor. Moreover, taking shelter of Vivartavad, the theory of illusion, that person angrily condemned the Vaishnavas who revealed the purpose of the Vedas as Shudras. Actually, that atheist was himself an abominable Shudra. Godlessness, cripple-mindedness, and untruthfulness made him averse to pure Vaishnavas in every sphere of his life. Although he was a fallen Shudra who proudly considered himself as a Brahmana, he considered a Vaishnava who was spiritual master of the Brahmana as belonging to a particular caste. In this way, he committed a grave offense and went to hell. That fallen sinful Shudra who was envious of the Vaishnavas and proud of being a Brahmana must have heard descriptions of Kali Yuga stating that Shudras attentive to worldly subjects rather than to the study of the Vedas become so-called Brahmanas and study and teach the Vedas in Kali Yuga. But the popular statement through Shaiva Diksha or initiation into worship of Shiva is not approved by Vedic literature. Wow. Rather, according to the Pancharatras, on the strength of Vishnu Diksha, the devotees attain Vedic Brahmanical status. One cannot study the Vedas through Shaiva Diksha. This is clearly described in the Brahma Sutra. Sri Yamunacharya has completely refuted the atheist view that Vaishnavas are not Brahmanas by presenting the evidence from the Agamas, authorized works of Vedic literatures as follows. Furthermore, the Bhagavatas who have abundant Vedic duties such as Savitri Anuvachana, chanting the Vedic mantras that establish someone as a wearer of the sacrificial thread, and instead observe the 40 samskaras enjoined in the Ekayana Shruti, are properly adhering to the principles enunciated in the Grihaya Sutras of their own branch and thus have never fallen from the status of Brahmanas on account of not performing the rituals of different branch. After all, if by not following the rules of all Vedic branches a Brahmana becomes fallen, then the followers of other branches would also have to be considered fallen from Brahminical status because they do not perform the rituals of other branches. Among the devotees of South India, the title Iyengar is still current. This Tamil word refers to a Brahmana who has undergone more than 5 samskaras. The non-devotee Brahmanas who have undergone 10 samskaras are known as Ayers. The Iyengars undergo 15 samskaras. Among the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, there are 5 additional samskaras. Therefore, they undergo 20 samskaras. In his Samskara Deepika, which is an appendix to his Satskriya Sara Deepika, Gopāla Goswami has mentioned these samskaras. The Vaishnavas state, when the Guru gives mantra to his disciple according to the rules and regulations of Pancharatrika Vidhi, then by the influence of that mantra, the disciple never takes birth again. A humble disciple behaves with great respect for his spiritual master as if he is the son of the Guru. To such humble disciple who has been purified by the appropriate samskaras, the Guru teaches the meaning of the mantra. But since the uninitiated mental speculators who are opposed to Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava do not accept the Vedic Pancharatrika systems, formidable errors have entered into their process of consideration. Following the footsteps of such a worse person, this sinful Brahmana demonstrated the future fallen Brahmana demonstrated the future behavior of Kali Yuga in the beginning of the age. A devotee should never be considered a Shudra. All the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead should be recognized as Bhagavatas. If one is not a devotee of Lord Krishna, however, even if born of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, or Vaishya family, he should be considered a Shudra. It should be understood that those who disregard the above evidence of Vaishnava literature have no respect for the Vaishnavas or pure devotional path. Indeed, they are Guru Drohi or envious of the spiritual master.
By His divine grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura
So His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura
is showing the evidence how Vaishnava is naturally above the Brahmanas.
He's showing the evidence how a Vaishnava is naturally above the Brahmanas.
And how Brahmanas who are not Vaishnavas are actually Sudras.
How Brahmanas who are not Vaishnavas are actually Shudras.
So this difference is present in the Kali Yuga age.
So this disturbance is present in the Kali Yuga age.
Although we're only 5,000 years into the Kali Yuga,
Although we are only 5,000 years into the Kali Yuga,
this several Brahmanas have shown their actual
the seminal Brahmanas have shown
qualification as Sudras.
the seminal Brahmanas have shown their actual qualification as Shudras.
So this person thinking he's the Brahmana,
So this person is thinking that he is a Brahmana,
getting a great offense on Haridāsa Ṭhākura.
creating a great offense at Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Khanda, 16.294.
জগৎগুরু গোস্বামী হরিদাসকে নিজসম উদার লম্পট মিথ্যা অপবাদ আরোপণ। এই রূপে আপনারে প্রকট করিয়া ঘরে ঘরে ভালো লোক খাইস ভুলিয়া।
Chaitanya Bhagavata.
This is how you advertise yourself.
This is how you advertise yourself.
So you go house to house
So you go house to house
and let people to eat nicely.
of people and eat nicely. Meet people and eat nicely. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura Srila Prabhupada, that sinful fallen Brahmana said to Haridāsa Ṭhākura, becoming a transcendental philosopher, being a transcendental philosopher, you have presented an explanation that is hostile to the fruitive workers who are envious of devotional service in such a way that you can advertise your own glories to your followers and cleverly accumulate palatable foodstuffs.
So the Gopāla Cakravartī is portraying Haridāsa Ṭhākura.
So the Gopāla Cakravartī is portraying Haridāsa Ṭhākura,
He's simply speaking like this
that he is simply speaking like this
to get food,
to get food.
get palatable dishes from house to house.
So to get palatable dishes from house to house. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila 3.195.
পাষণ্ডের নামে অর্থবাদ। কোটি জন্মে ব্রহ্ম জ্ঞানে যেই মুক্তি নয়, এই কহে নামাভাসে সেই মুক্তি হয়।
After many millions upon millions of births, when one is complete in absolute knowledge, one still may not obtain liberation. Yet this man says that one may attain it simply by the awakening of a glimpse of the holy name.
Actually, Haridāsa Ṭhākura is telling the truth.
Actually, Haridāsa Ṭhākura is telling the truth.
He is quoting different Vedic references.
He is quoting different Vedic references.
But this foolish so-called Brahmin is not accepting.
But this foolish so-called Brahmin is not accepting. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila 3.195.
ঠাকুরের শাস্ত্র প্রমাণ উদ্ধার ও প্রেমভক্তি পরায়ণের পক্ষে মুক্তির তুচ্ছ তত্ত্ব বর্ণন। হরিদাস কহেন কেনে করহ সংশয়, শাস্ত্র কহে নামাভাস মাত্রে মুক্তি হয়।
Haridāsa Ṭhākura said, "Why are you doubtful? The revealed scriptures say that one can attain liberation simply by a glimpse of offenseless chanting of the holy name."
Generally, people don't have faith in the chanting of the holy name.
Generally, people don't have faith in the chanting of the holy name.
But the holy name is so powerful
But the holy name is so powerful
that even the Namavas stage of chanting gives one liberation.
even the Namabha stage of chanting gives one liberation.
Because the name of Krishna and Krishna are not different.
Because the name of Krishna and Krishna is non-different. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.196.
ভক্তি সুখ আগে মুক্তি অতি তুচ্ছ হয় অতএব ভক্তগণ মুক্তি নাহি লয়।
For a devotee who enjoys the transcendental bliss of devotional service, liberation is most insignificant. Therefore, pure devotees never desire to achieve liberation.
Example given by the devotee stated that Bhakti is waiting at the doorstep to give him blessings.
So the
He
example,
does want it.
so the example is given, a devotee is saying that Mukti is waiting at the doorstep of a devotee. What was the last
To
part?
give the blessing,
To give the blessing.
but the devotee doesn't care about it.
But the devotee doesn't care about it.
He has something much better.
He has something which is much more better. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.197. Hari Bhakti Shuddhodaya. That's the verse from that. My dear Lord, O Master of the universe, since I have directly seen you, my transcendental bliss has taken the shape of a great ocean. Being situated in that ocean, I now realize all other so-called happiness, including the Brahmananda, including even Brahmananda, to be like that water contained in the hoof print of a calf. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. This verse is quoted from the Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya 14.36.
The happiness of impersonal liberation
The happiness of impersonal liberation
is compared to the water in a calf's footprint,
is compared to the water in a calf's hoof print,
compared to the whole ocean.
compared to the all ocean, whole ocean. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.198.
ঠাকুরকে শপথ প্রদান বিপ্র কহে নামাবাসে যদি মুক্তি নয় তবে তোমার নাক কাটি করহ নিশ্চয়।
Gopāla Cakravartī said, if one is not liberated by Namabhas, then you may be certain that I shall cut off your nose.
Others Gopāla Cakravartī
So this Gopāla Cakravartī,
trying to cut off his nose.
trying to cut off his nose,
It was so offensive.
was so offensive. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Adikanda 16.295.
জগৎগুরুর প্রতি শপথ শাসনোক্তি যে ব্যাখ্যা করিলে তুমি এই যদি না লাগে তবে তোর নাক কান কাটি তোর আগে।
Chaitanya Bhagavat. If the explanation that you have made is not true, then I will cut off your nose and ears. Purport by His Divine Grace.
That's probably in front of you also.
in front of you.
At this moment.
At this moment, I'll cut off your nose and ears. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. Hearing Haridāsa Ṭhākura's conclusive scriptural statements regarding the glories of the holy names, that atheistic fallen Brahmana's animalistic propensity became more prominent. Out of anger, he cursed and swore as follows. If the explanation on the glories of the holy names presented by Haridāsa Ṭhākura is not in agreement with the scriptures, then I will take revenge by publicly cutting off his Haridāsa Ṭhākura's nose and ears.
Haridāsa Ṭhākura, he quoted Shastra.
Haridāsa Ṭhākura, he quoted Shastra.
It definitively proves that even by Namavas,
Which definitely proves even by Namabhas,
one can achieve liberation.
one can achieve liberation.
In spite of that,
In spite of that,
this foolish Brahmin,
this foolish Brahman,
he threatened Haridāsa Ṭhākura in this way.
he offended Haridāsa Ṭhākura in this way.
Anything of 10.
Yes. Okay.
4 minutes.
Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Adi Kanda 16.296.
পণ্ডিত দ্বিজোধমের বাক্যে হরিদাসের দুঃখ হাসি শুনি বিপ্রধমের বচন হরিদাস হরি বলি ঈষৎ হইল কিছু হাস
Haridāsa Ṭhākura smiled.
Hearing the words of that sinful Brahmana, Haridāsa Ṭhākura smiled and chanted the name of
Hari.
Hari. Chaitanya Bhagavat Adi Kanda 16.297.
হরিদাস কর্তৃক সেই পাষণ্ডীর দুঃসঙ্গ পরিত্যাগ প্রত্যুর আর কিছু তারে না করিয়া চলিলেন উচ্চ করি কীর্তন গাইয়া।
Not speaking anything in reply.
He did not speaking anything in reply.
Haridāsa Ṭhākura,
Haridāsa Ṭhākura,
he left the place,
he left the place,
loudly chanting
loudly chanting
the holy names.
the holy names. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura Srila Prabhupada. Hearing that atheistic fallen Brahmana's unpalatable words, which would send him to hell, Thakur Haridas did not reply, but rather chanted loudly and immediately left that place, which was polluted with the offense of giving some interpretation on the holy names of the Lord.
One of the offenses of the holy name, to give some kind of material definition to the holy name.
One of the offenses to the holy name is to give some kind of material definition to the holy name.
Actually, the holy name is not different from Krishna.
Actually, the holy name is not different from Krishna.
Just as Krishna can do anything, holy name can also do anything.
As just as Krishna can do anything, the holy name also can do anything.
So,
Wow.
this foolish fallen sinful Brahman,
So this foolish Pandit, sinful Brahman,
he was committing a great
fallen
offense to the holy name.
committed a great offense to the holy name.
Tomorrow you have Srimad Bhagavatam class at 8 o'clock.
Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Kanda, 16.298.
নাম ও নামাশ্রিত গুরু নিন্দক শ্রবণকারী গণের পাপ ভাবকৃত যেবা পাপী সভাসদ সেহ পাপমতি উচিত উত্তর কিছু না করিল ইথি।
I can't do it all.
The sinful members of that assembly were wicked-minded. They neither supported the authorized statements of Haridāsa Ṭhākura, nor did they protest the offensive words of the Brahmana. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. Those sociable persons who support and encourage sinful persons with loose character are also sinful. What to speak of supporting the scriptural-based statements of Thakur Haridas? The members of that assembly neither supported the scriptural-based statements of Haridāsa Ṭhākura nor protested the unpalatable words of that atheistic fallen Brahmana. If, in spite of being born in a Brahmana family, a person becomes averse to the worship of Lord Hari, which is his prescribed Brahmanical duty, then he is called a Rakshasa or demon. When sinful persons who are averse to the prescribed Brahmanical duties give up the service of Lord Hari, which is their only duty, then they fall from their position and become Rakshasas. Some people call such persons Brahmana Brava, so-called Brahmanas. Brahmana, fallen Brahmanas. After death, such persons receive profuse punishment from Jamaraj, and in this life they fall from their Brahmanical position.
Ravana was known as a Rakshasa.
Brahmana, who's known as a Rakshasa,
Apparently he was born as a Brahmin.
apparently he was born as a Brahmin.
Similarly, Jagai Madai was born as Brahmins.
Similarly, Jagai Madai were born as Brahmins,
But they did all kinds of sinful acts.
but they did all kinds of sinful acts.
But being born as a Brahmana,
So being born as a Brahmana
not the real qualification.
is not the real qualification for being a Brahmana.
A Brahmana should be worshipping Hari.
A Brahmana should be worshipping Lord Hari.
Otherwise, they can be considered as Rakshasas or demons.
Otherwise, they can be considered as Rakshasas or demons.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thus
So-
ends part 2 of the chapter entitled Gopāla Cakravartī offends Haridāsa Ṭhākura and gets leprosy, under the section The Glories of Srila Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Stay tuned for part 3 tomorrow.
Since I have to give class tomorrow morning,
So since I have to give class tomorrow morning,
I give you all my blessings.
I give you all my
Krishna
blessings.
Vajrastu.
Krishna Matirastu. Stay tuned for tomorrow's class. Hare Krishna.
I hope you're enjoying the Bhishma Panchak.
I hope you are enjoying the Bhishma Panchak. Don't miss the Bhagavatam class tomorrow. Hey, Urjeshwari Mata is showing Atlanta session.
I will.
Hey, Gopal, just one thing before you go. Darshan from ISKCON Atlanta.
Yes.
Nitai Gaur, Radha Madan Mohan, and Jagna Baldi Subhadra. Sudarshan. And Prabhupada. Hari Bol. Thank you, Guruji, Shri Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patita Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Here,
Can do it tomorrow.
he art this picture. Here, come forward.
Dear devotees, there is a physical book table, Guru Maharaj's personal book table, which is meant for those who are present here. The speciality is that if you get books from there, Guru Maharaj will give autograph signature on that. So, Guru Maharaj welcomes one and all to the virtual book table in Sridham, Mayapur. Srila Prabhupada wrote to Bali Mardhan on 31 December 1972. I am convinced that if you simply glorify Krishna and our books in the best descriptive manner, then anyone and everyone, even an atheist or otherwise, can be convinced to purchase. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The following fortunate devotees participated in the pastime of Guru Maharaj in distributing books today. Achintya Dhey from Bardwan, 3 Bhagavad Gita and 7 small book. Amrita Chitra Devidasi from Odisha, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Kola Chakra from Krishna Katha Desh, 50 Bhagavad Gita. Vijay Venugopal Das from Bangalore, 42 Bhagavad Gita. Kalahashmi Lalita Devidasi from Mumbai, 3 Bhagavad Gita. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki. Narhari Gaura Nitai Das from Mumbai, 3 Bhagavad Gita. Urjeswari Radha Devidasi from USA, 18 Bhagavad Gita and 6 small book. Aditya Rahi from Madhya Pradesh, 6 Bhagavad Gita. Vinod Keshav Das from Andhra Pradesh, 61 small book. Vrishni Palak Das from Gurgaon, 5 Bhagavad Gita and 5 small book. Radheshyam Gharal from Howrah, 2 Bhagavad Gita. Rajiv Kumar Khan from Midnapur, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Anga Manjari Priya Devidasi from Mathura Desh, 2 Bhagavad Gita. Abhijit Thay from Assam, 3 Bhagavad Gita. Sabya Sachi Pradhan from Midnapur, 20 small book. Govinda Mandal from Kolkata, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Kakali Roy from Kolkata, 3 Bhagavad Gita and 6 small book. Kasi Krishna Chaitanya Das from Kerala, 5 Bhagavad Gita and 6 small book. Sri Gauranga Priya Devidasi, 5 Bhagavad Gita and 6 small book. N. Jagannath from Tamil Nadu, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Devahuti Prema Devidasi, her father, mother and son, 4 Gitas. Toshan Krishnadas, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Asarati Devidasi, 10 Bhagavad Gita. Palika Devidasi, 10 Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti Lalita Madhava Devidasi and family, 4 Gitas. Kasadesh, 16 Bhagavad Gita. Nitya Sevaks, Prahlad Krishnadas, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Sarani Devidasi and her daughter, 1 Bhagavad Gita. Balachandra Channa, Vinita Gandharika Devidasi, Balavrinda, 2 small book. So Guru Maharaj is distributing 201 Mahabig books, 119 small books, a total of 320 Srila Prabhupada Transcendental book. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental book distribution ki jai. These devotees get a special Narasimha Puja in a few hours from now in Sridham, Mayapur. All of you devotees also please bless them by calling out Neta. Please pass on this wonderful opportunity of participating in the pastime of Guru Maharaj in distributing Srila Prabhupada books. Even if it's a single Bhagavad Gita or just a few small books, please do WhatsApp Guru Maharaj virtual table anytime at +91 94 34 76 04 02. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Lord Chaitanya class, tomorrow morning Srimad Bhagavatam class at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much. And there is important news. Achyuta Anadi Govinda Das from Assam on this Ekadasi left his body. He is 82 years old, requesting prayers from Guru Maharaj and devotees. Let's pray. If Krishna is pleased, kindly give him eternal shelter at his lotus feet. And of course, our prayers include for all those who are celebrating their anniversaries today for their well-being and blissful Krishna consciousness. So please pray along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, all the online devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.